The moment I saw my light-skinned Caucasian wife in her late 30s smiling at another.
The first message came from my wife while I was driving home from work. She said she'd be late because her team had an urgent project to finish. I replied asking if she needed dinner saved for her. She said no and added a smile emoji that felt too forced. I put my phone down, but the uneasiness followed me home. Over the last month, her excuses had grown strangely repetitive. Late meetings, sudden deadlines, last-minute errands. And now this new project I'd never heard her mention. I heated my food and sat alone at the table. Halfway through my meal, a coworker sent me a message asking why my wife was at a cafe downtown. I froze, I asked him what he meant, and he sent a photo. It showed my wife at a small corner table with a man sitting opposite her. Her head was tilted, her smile soft in a way I hadn't seen in a long time. My stomach tightened as I studied the image. They looked comfortable together, too comfortable. I didn't reply to my coworker. I just sat there staring at the picture until my food went cold. I messaged her, asking if everything was okay at work. She didn't respond for 20 minutes. Then she said she was still busy and couldn't talk. I didn't confront her yet. I wanted to hear the truth from her own mouth. When she finally came home, she smelled faintly of a perfume she never wore around me. She walked past me like she didn't want me to get too close. I asked about her day, and she said it was stressful. She claimed she just wanted to shower and rest. Her voice sounded rehearsed. The next morning, she left early without saying goodbye. I noticed she had dressed nicer than usual for a supposed project day. I texted her asking why she seemed off lately. She said nothing was wrong and accused me of overthinking. Her defensiveness made my heart sink. By afternoon, I checked her social media, hoping to calm myself. Instead, I noticed a man liking every one of her recent posts. He left comments with inside jokes I didn't understand. His profile showed photos at the same cafe from last night. My world tilted again. I messaged her asking who he was. She replied with a single sentence, "Just someone from work." I asked why she hadn't mentioned him before. She left the chat without answering. A few minutes later, she sent a voice note sounding irritated. She said I was being clingy. She said she was tired of my unnecessary doubts. Her anger didn't match the situation. It felt like she was hiding guilt under frustration. I didn't respond after that. That evening, she texted saying she would be home late again. I asked if it was because of the same project. She ignored the question entirely. Instead, she sent a picture of her laptop and coffee cup. The background didn't look like her office. It looked like a hotel lobby. My hands trembled as I stared at the image. I messaged her asking where she really was. She said I needed to trust her or leave her. The ultimatum came out of nowhere. I put on my jacket and drove toward her office building. The lights were off on her floor. No cars in the employee parking. I drove around for a moment, trying to think logically. Eventually, I went to the cafe from the picture my coworker had sent. I didn't expect to find anything, but sometimes painful truth waits in obvious places. Sure enough, through the window, I saw her. She was sitting with the same man, holding his hand across the table. My breath caught painfully in my throat. I didn't go inside. I took a photo for my own sanity, then walked back to my car. I waited until she got home hours later. When she walked in, she acted surprised to see me awake. I told her we needed to talk. She sighed loudly, like I was inconveniencing her. I asked if she was still going to pretend it was work-related. Her face stiffened instantly. I showed her the photo. She froze. She opened her mouth, closed it, then tried to blame me for snooping. I didn't raise my voice, but my heart was cracking. I asked why she didn't just tell me she wasn't happy. She said she didn't want to hurt me. I told her lying hurt far more than the truth ever could. She sat down, covering her face with her hands. She said she didn't plan for things to go this far. I believed that part, but it didn't matter. The damage was done. I told her I needed time to think. She begged me not to leave. I said I wasn't leaving. I was stepping away to breathe. I packed a small bag and headed for the door. She stood silently, tears sliding down her cheeks. I paused, waiting for a feeling to change in my chest. It didn't. I walked out anyway. The night felt cold, but honest. And honesty was something I hadn't felt from her in a long time.